Project 2025, 100,000 beds, Trump and veterans. By now you've probably heard of Project 2025, the Conservative Promise and the Presidential Transition Plan. These documents and the plans expressed within carry the hallmarks of theocracy, inhumanity, and the distinct stench of fascism. Embedded in Project 2025 is a proposal for a congressional mandate to fund an additional 100,000 beds dedicated to alien detainees. Except the numbers don't make any sense. Syracuse University is tracking immigration and detention facts, and according to their data, 32,743 individuals are presently held in ICE detention, of which 66.1% have no criminal record. Many more only have minor offenses, such as traffic violations. So the fascists are either expecting an onslaught of immigrants who want to come across the border into a nation that is quickly devolving, or something else is afoot. As an aside, it doesn't really matter whether the 2024 election falls in favor of Trump, DeSantis, Ramaswamy, or any other Republican. To the Heritage Foundation, ALEC, and any right-leaning religious zealot, any Republican is good enough to see their agenda come to reality. Several creators have already alluded to the fact that the theocrats will round up the LGBTQ and BIPOC communities, as they have left zero doubt about their agenda in various red states. Add to that any woman who does not fall in line, and you are getting a pretty good picture of who may end up in any one of those beds, regardless of the originally expressed intent that these beds are set aside for immigration detainees. Except we are not even done yet. Here's Trump.
Perhaps some people will not like hearing this, but the only way you're going to remove the hundreds of thousands of people, and maybe throughout our nation, millions of people we're talking about, and help make our cities clean, safe, and beautiful again, is open up large parcels of inexpensive land in the outer reaches of the cities, build permanent bathrooms and other facilities, make them good, make them hard, but build them fast, and create thousands and thousands of high-quality tents, which can be done in one day, and you have to move people out.
The number of homeless or unhoused is annually assessed through the Department of Housing and Urban Development. The PIT, or point-in-time count, takes place in January, and the latest data shows that more than 500,000 people in the United States are experiencing homelessness. These Americans live in temporary shelter situation or transitional housing, or sleep in places not meant for human habitation. For your inhumanity trivia, 47 out of 50 states have some variation of anti-homelessness legislation on the books, from camping to loitering to sleeping in public or solicitation. And to boot, we have an unacceptably insufficient services structure, so the United States are designed to criminalize homelessness. In 2023, 67,495 of the homeless individuals were homeless veterans. And veterans in the US are 2 times as likely to become homeless versus those who did not serve in the military. So in case you're wondering now who might end up in any one of those 100,000 detention beds flagged as an enemy of the state, take your pick between immigrants, BIPOC, LGBTQ, the homeless population, and while you're at it, please thank a veteran. The bottom line here simply is this: vote blue, or simply acknowledge that you will inevitably contribute to what will most likely turn into a contemporary version of genocide.